If you've seen the movie The Help, you're probably familiar with this quote. You is kind, you is smart, you is important. What a wonderful gift that woman gave that child, instilling positive beliefs that little girl will carry with her forever. Wouldn't it be nice if all of us truly believed all the good things about us, instead of being quite so quick to believe all of the negative things? If we haven't met before, I'm Shelley from Taming Frenzy. For most of us, accepting limits about what we're capable of is way too easy. But when we test those limits, we may find that we're capable of more than we thought we were. Testing those limits can allow us to change things in our life that we never even dreamed of. So let's take a look at some of those benefits. First benefit, increased confidence. The only way to increase our confidence is to do something confidence building. That means doing something that's out of the ordinary for you, something that's not a sure thing, that's not certain you're going to be successful at. It needs to be something that's a bit of a stretch. But once you begin doing little things to increase your confidence, you'll find that those little things begin to add up, and you'll begin to experience more confidence. Second, overcoming your limiting beliefs will help to expand that comfort zone. Because up until now, your comfort zone has played a role in keeping you contained and safe. Your comfort zone has reinforced all of those beliefs about what you were and weren't capable of. Your comfort zone has held you back. It's kept you from testing your limits, from stretching yourself to see what you really are able to do. And testing things is how you figure out what you're truly capable of. It's how you discover your talents and your skills. Expanding your comfort zone will make it easier to challenge the next limiting beliefs because you won't be quite as reluctant to do so. The two work in tandem, and when you overcome one and get better at it, you naturally overcome the other. The third benefit of overcoming your limiting beliefs is that you're going to build resilience. Now, when you start testing your limiting beliefs, here's a fact, unfortunately. You're probably going to make some mistakes. You're likely to experience some failure. You're going to come up against some things that are not normal for you, that you don't know that you're able to do. Some of those early attempts are not going to be successful. But while people hate the idea of failing, there is a positive aspect to failing if we take a step back and think about it, and that's this. When we fail, we learn a very important lesson, and that is that we can bounce back, that we are resilient, that we are capable of overcoming more than we gave ourselves credit for. Our ability to overcome adversity and build up resilience is what makes us stronger than we ever thought that we could be. No one gains strength by doing the easy stuff. I doubt that you have ever seen a serious athlete who got better and stretched themselves by just continuing to do the same old comfortable reps and exercises and things that they were already doing and that they already knew they were capable of. Serious athletes, in order to go to the next level, have to challenge themselves, to push themselves, to go beyond what they think they're capable of in the moment. That's how they build strength and endurance. The same will happen to you. As you test those limits, you'll discover that you're not nearly as fragile as you thought you were, that you do have the ability to bounce back, that every little setback is not something that's going to devastate you and going to present something that you just are not able to get over. You'll discover that you have strength and perseverance and grit that you didn't even know you had. A fourth benefit is you'll be more willing to try new things. Now, this one is a mental shift because before we can actually do something different, we need to envision ourselves doing it. We need to take some time to think about it, to see ourselves experiencing or doing something, and to being successful at it. That mental shift we need to make is very important. That mental shift gives us the ability and helps us work up our nerves, so to speak, so that we're willing to actually take the step and do something. And then fifth, we're able to take advantage of opportunities. Now, here is the action shift. The first shift was in our mind where we start thinking about things that we might be able to do. In this particular one, to take advantage of opportunities, we actually have to do something. We have to act upon that. No one takes advantage of an opportunity by simply thinking about it. You can think of these two kind of as a two-step process where first of all you make the mental shift and you see yourself doing something, and then you actually take the action and you actually do something. Sixth, overcoming your limiting beliefs will help you unlock and achieve your potential. Here's something that we don't always like to think about and that people don't always tell us, and that is that our mind lies to us. You see, all of our life, our mind has been taking in stories from other people, from other situations, and it's been telling us stories about who we are and what we're capable of and what we're made of and what we're able to do. The problem with these stories is they may not be accurate. They may truly just be lies and stories. But we've accepted these stories without question. Our minds are funny things. They look for evidence to support the beliefs that the mind already holds. So if you think you're lousy in social situations, your mind is going to look for evidence that you're lousy in social situations. It's going to dig up and remind you of all the times that you did or said something awkward, or that something didn't go as planned, or that you were a little bit embarrassed or felt out of place or felt ostracized, because that's what your mind does. Your mind looks for evidence to reinforce your beliefs. It's not until we actually start doing the work to overcome those limiting beliefs that we begin to realize that those things we believed, they may not be the truth. And once we begin taking action and doing new things, we begin to rewrite those stories that our mind has been telling us. Overcoming the things that have held you back until now allows you to discover your true potential and achieve totally new things. And that will help your mind write new stories. 7th, you'll have increased self-esteem. As we overcome our limiting beliefs, we begin to feel better about ourselves. Our self-esteem will begin to improve. We feel more confident and more capable because we're proving to ourselves that we are. And that increase in self-esteem will carry over into other areas of our life. You'll find that you experience more positive emotions and that you have a better outlook and greater life satisfaction as well. And finally, overcoming your limiting beliefs will help improve your relationships. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you are aware that I'm afraid of snakes. I despise snakes and I live in rattlesnake country. And one thing I have always hated is coming across a snake skin in the yard, because all that told me was that the snake was now bigger, which is not a good thing when your number one phobia is snakes. But when we take steps to overcome our limiting beliefs, we kind of do like the snake, except, of course, in a much less scary way. But we have to kind of shed our skin, so to speak. We have to shed those existing beliefs. We have to rewrite those stories. We have to grow and change. And in a way, we do have to shed the old skin that we have that has been part of what's holding us back and has kept us from growing. Growth is tantamount to shedding your skin because it means that you've grown and you have changed. We have to shed those old beliefs and those old thought patterns and those old behaviors so that the new us can emerge. This kind of growth is a good thing, unlike the way I feel about when a snake grows. As you become more of the person you're meant to be, your relationships will become more authentic and more honest. You are more likely to extend those positive feelings that you have to other people. You're able to be more accepting and more supportive of their efforts as well. Because when we are kinder to ourselves, it is easier to be kinder to others. An increased self-esteem, it impacts how easily we receive love and how we treat others as well. As you overcome your limiting beliefs and build confidence and self-esteem, you become more of your authentic self without those pesky emotions of fear and self-doubt tugging on your skirt, so to speak. And you'll find that life gets better as you get better. And that creates a ripple effect, and who knows where that ripple effect might end up. I hope that you'll watch the rest of the videos in this series on overcoming limiting beliefs, and until next time, go tame some frenzy.